guys, it's Nathalie Domina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a Roman Catholic YouTuber if you do not know who I am, and I do YouTube videos on all things Catholicism. So if you're Protestant, Catholic, or whoever you are welcomed here. So today I'm going to be talking about the one book that changed my whole course of Catholicism. So this book must be pretty influential in my life, and it definitely is. So I'm so excited to be talking about it today. And the big reveal of the book is The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. So this is the book. Yeah, if you want to hold tour of the book. So people on the back say that this is a masterpiece of satire on hell's latest novelties and heaven's unanswerable answers. Isn't that crazy? So then there's some things that people say. They say, if wit and wisdom, style and scholarship are requisites to passage through the pearly gates, Mr. Lewis will be among the angels. So this book, this author, start off with C.S. Lewis, is a fascinating man. He wrote many books like Mere Christianity that I just finished. He wrote The Great Divorce that I'm going to read. He wrote The Four Loves, which I'm reading. What else? He wrote Chronicles of Narnia, so some like fantasy books too for children. So this man is a brilliant man. So I'm going to tell you the story and how I even started reading this because it's kind of a crazy story, so you want to stick around. So, you know, I was born cradle Catholic, just go to Mass every Sunday. I would be at church a lot because my dad worked at the church, so I would be always at the church, always with priests, things like that, and I never liked to be there. I always was like, ugh, church. I went to Catholic school my whole life now, but when I was like kinder and first grade, I didn't, but second grade and up, I went to Catholic school, and I just, you know, didn't really like it. Like, I was just like, yeah, this is life, but like, whatever. I didn't appreciate it for what it was. But anyway, we got a new priest my 8th grade year of school. I think 8th grade year is when he came. Yeah, beginning of 8th grade year. And we had a new youth minister too. So anyway, the new youth minister and the new priest, and he was an actual new priest. He was literally ordained that summer and then came in the fall, like at our parish. And so he was at the church, at the school and everything. So anyway, they come and they're like, we need to do something for this like 8th grade class. We need them to, you know, get more involved in their faith. And so we had religion classes and everything, but I mean, that was going great. Like, I accepted everything that they believed. I just didn't feel a deep connection. Like, there wasn't something drawing me into the faith. Like, I agreed with it, but there wasn't anything like keeping me there. So they introduced that we should have a book study. And in this book study, they're like, we need to read The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. So they gave each one of us a copy of The Screwtape Letters, and they would have us like read a chapter. The first chapter we read like on our own, and then we like talked about it with our religion teacher, and then the rest of the chapters we would read in religion class all together. And then we would meet with the priest and the new youth minister, and they would give like 2-hour-long talks about each chapter, or 2 chapters combined. So just reading this book like literally changed my whole view in Catholicism. The things they were saying, I was like, what? This is a part of the faith? Like, I obviously knew the faith had to be more than what I just knew like at the time, but reading this like literally changed it for me. Just first off, the fact that it's in the perspective of like the devils talking, like I'm like, wow, this is so much more in-depth than I thought, that like the demons are actually thinking this and things like that. And then also the things that they talked about to describe like the chapters, because obviously C.S. Lewis was a smart man and had all this background information when writing it, so like we needed the background information. So when they told me this stuff, like talked about the 4 loves, that was the first time I ever heard of the 4 loves. Like, just everything that they talked about like Saint Benedict's rule, like a monastery rule, and like all this stuff, and I had no idea about. And then they would just talk about so much, and like purgatory and things like that, that I never even like thought of. And this literally jump-started like my whole faith life. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do, before then. I always said, I want to be a photographer, maybe graphic designer, something like that. But like until now, like until I read this, until then, like I had no idea what I wanted to do. But now I realize like my calling is like to study theology and like philosophy, and I love it so much, and I just can't even thank them enough. And that priest now has been like very influential in my life and things, but I just can't thank them enough for like introducing this book to me. But yeah, I realized I didn't even explain like what this book is about, so let me just explain. So there is a main demon that is training his younger demon, Wormwood, to be able to tempt the man, like this guy, the patient is what they call him. And so the demon is sent, just like there's a guardian angel for the patient, there's also sent like a demon that's supposed to like tempt him or whatever. So this demon tempting him is trying all these tactics and stuff, and it gives us like insight on the tactics that demons are using to tempt us so that we can change our ways. But it's so crazy because, you know, God, usually that would be like the protector, the king, whatever, you know what I mean, the guy on our side. But in this book, since it's told us the perspective of the demons, God is referred to as the enemy in the book. And so I find that like so crazy, like that we're reading a book that's literally like opposite of what we believe, but exactly what we believe. And it's just so crazy to read something like that. And this book is just all of C.S. Lewis's books in general. Like the book is very easy to understand. And this one is more like a, you know, like a story, where like Mere Christianity is just like philosophy and theology. But this is like a story, so you could like teach it. I'd say like, yeah, like 13, 14, this is a good age range for. Probably even do younger, older, whatever, like that age range though. Like it's such a good book if you want to like jumpstart your faith, I would say. So that's all I have about this book. I'll try to leave a link on like a description of the book or things like that, but I love this book so much, and I hope you can pick this book up because it literally did change my life. After 8th grade year, my life like got so much deeper and has grown every day since reading this book. And this is no joke at all. This book literally did change my life. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and so does God. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe down below. Saint Gabriel, pray for us. Have a blessed day, y'all.